Hello and welcome to this how to use Google Forms as a digital assessment tutorial demonstration video. So the first thing we want to do is we want to type in Google Forms into our search, and you'll notice here that I'm signed in, so that kind of makes things easier, particularly like with using Google Chrome. So off we go into Google Forms sign in. Now I'm just going to run us through the way I set up the demonstration video, demonstration digital assessment activity that we did in workshop 3 of the recent series. So off we go into forms. We want to create a new form. Alright, and you want to give it a title. I know this is boring, the Mountain District Learning Centre Functional Skills Development Digital Demo Assessment, but you can make this more interesting. You can add an image or a video or a URL, for example, Google image. I don't know, maybe you want to put in something dry like assessment. No, you don't have to, it's just an example. Obviously, you can load anything through URL, photos, or webcams as you wish. Maybe I'll put in this one. Okay, and in this particular demo, we were looking at skills in terms of reading and numeracy, and the context was real life or vocational situations or scenarios, and there was a few different question types. Okay, so you can put in information there. Maybe you want to add numbers here, and maybe you want to put in a bullet point. Whatever you would like to do, you can play around. Assessment is fun if you want to give that an image title, for example. Alright, so just moving into questions. I've set it for multiple choice. How many questions did we have in this particular example? We had 3. Okay, so alright, so maybe we wish to go into a reading comprehension. Just copy that information there about how a student has received an email about a timetable change. Okay, I'm just going to copy that in, and I'll highlight that with bold. Okay, maybe I want to add an image without up the importance of laptop. Something like that looks pretty contemporary. Just insert that there, and then I want to select true, and then I want to select false. So they are my 2 options. Okay, and we just want to make sure that it is set as a quiz. You can change the grades immediately or later after a manual review, particularly if you're using short answer questions. You may wish to adjust the points for each question or the total amount of points. There are a variety of different options there for you. Alright, so what I want to do there is I want to click on answer key and select true, so that that's the correct answer, and then I'll set that value to 1 point. Okay, so question 2, numeracy and context. Okay, you've been given a recipe for 2 people. The recipe includes 200 grams of flour, 100 grams of sugar, but you need to make it for 5. Okay, so again, multiple choice. Okay. Put that in there. Just the options. Again, you can add images if you wish. Okay. And then here as well. Okay, so for 5 people we need to times it by 2.5, so the answer is C. Okay, and this is a bit harder, so I'll add 2 points. Alright. Cool. Just click done there. And then the last question, writing and communication. You need to write an email to your teacher to confirm attendance on Thursday. Select the opening line. Okay, it's a bit of contextualization to like a real life scenario. So, alright, maybe for this one I can create a short answer, and maybe I'll change this to what would be an appropriate opening line. Please enter below. Okay. Alright. Okay, and then we can add answer feedback as well. And we can manually check that in there as well. Okay, so we've got some different images, different kind of question types. We've got some multimodal inputs here. Videos, images. We can add the responses. We can check once they submit here, and then we also have our settings there as well. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll check that that's saved, which it is. I can add a collaborator. I can share this with any email as well. Okay, for example, my friends or my sister or my dad, or I have one of my former teachers at the University of Melbourne. I can share the link, distribute that how I want, undo any changes, different settings here as well. In terms of copies, if you wish to delete it, you can. You can embed it, but I'll click publish, and then you can manage the settings there as you wish. I could maybe allow other people to edit it if they want. Anyone with a link can respond. So then I can just click done, okay, or I can add any emails there and immediately distribute it that way, and then click publish. Okay, and I'll just make sure, yep, that title now reflects that. And then lastly, I click back here, so that's ready to go. So now I should see in this that I have this assessment here ready to go, which is good in our little sort of dashboard. This is the one that I ran in Workshop 3, and if you are using it as a digital assessment, it's really useful because then you can see the particular insights and the scores from students. You can copy the chart, these as well. So 7 out of 8 got that numeracy in context. That was formed in a multiple choice at the time, which was good. And then we can download the responses, or we can link to sheets. Just go create, and then we have kind of like Kahoots. We have a nice range of responses from different students. So I hope you enjoyed this how to use Google Forms as a digital assessment tool. It's a really good one as a part of the Google Suite and Office package that's free and has a variety of different functions, and it's quite easy and dynamic and multimodal. And yeah, you do have access to a range of other Google programs within that. So I hope you enjoyed this and found it useful, and I wish you luck using Google Forms as a part of your different teaching and learning contexts.